welcome back to the channel. Today I want to go over a few different helmet setup ideas. One thing I've learned is don't be cheap on your helmet. What happens to most people, such as myself, you spend majority of your money on a PVS 14 and then you go buy the cheapest helmet you can because at the time that's all you can afford. And I'm here to tell you, not a smart idea. So the first helmet I bought was a Chinesium helmet off of eBay. I wore that for about 5 minutes and realized I made a bad choice. Very uncomfortable helmet. So your helmet is a very crucial part of your setup. So do not cheap out. Helmets range anywhere from $60 all the way up to over $1,000 depending on what you're looking for. I went with Team Wendy because they're kind of in the middle of the road. They're around $350, $400, and I would consider them a budget helmet if you want to use the word budget in night vision. However, these helmets are very comfortable. They are worth the $350 to $400. I've had no issues with them. The padding system is incredibly comfortable. It has the BOA system for retention for your head. All around, if you're looking for a first budget helmet, I would say go with a Team Wendy. Sorry about the clock. Team Wendy has a kind of a bad rap. However, they do make a good helmet. I'll give them that much. Alright, again, I'm sorry about the clock. Alright, it's done. Like I said, the helmet's very comfortable. It's very affordable. Now, the second thing you want to be very cautious on is when you buy an actual NVG mount for your helmet. So again, you can go on eBay, spend 50 or 60 bucks on something from China, and as soon as you get it, you will be disappointed. So if you're looking for a budget setup, again, I keep using the word budget, but really in night vision, there's no such thing. However, there are cheaper avenues you can go that you have a very good return on. So let's look at the Rhino 2 mounts. Hold one off right here. Alright, right here. This is a Rhino 2 mount. You can buy these on eBay anywhere from 60 to 100 bucks. Now, standard, these actually come with a bayonet mount. Mainly used for the PVS 7s, and then the early PVS 14s actually have a J-arm that interfaces with that bayonet mount. However, pretty much the industry standard now is an actual dovetail. This is actually a dovetail conversion on a Rhino 2 mount. You can buy these conversion kits. I think the best deal I've found so far is Optics Planet. I think they're 75 bucks. In the very back, I'll show you here, there's 2 pins. This keeps the actual bayonet mount from sliding off the rail. So what you have to do is you have to pull that out, slide the original one out, and then slide this new one and reinstall this mount. I'm not gonna lie, it's a pain in the butt to get off. Anyways, it's for me. I've done a few of these now, probably 3 of them total, and every time I struggle getting that pin out. But the reward is you have probably a really good mounting system for under 200 bucks that works very well. Again, if you're new to night vision and you're looking to get the best bang out of your dollar, like I said, go with a Team Wendy helmet. Like I said, they're like $350, $400, very comfortable. And then pick yourself up a Rhino 2 mount, and for the time being, you can use a bayonet mount for your PVS 14. It works just fine. It is not as sturdy, I'll give you that, but if you save up your money and then you want to buy this adapter for like 75 bucks off the Optics Planet, and then you can install it and then go from there. Now on my helmet, I run a Hellstar 8 IR/visible strobe. I think that's what it's made by, I believe so. And then I also run a dual spectrum light. This is actually an IR light and also a white light. So it gives you the option, if you have to switch back and forth. I also run another small IR light here. This is an IR light, and then the other side is actually, it's a red light. So that way, if you want to read maps or whatever you want to do and not give out your signature. Very good setup. Again, let me show you the inside of this helmet. As you can see, it is very comfortable. I've worn this thing for hours on end with no issues at all. And then what I also do, I have, move this stuff out of the way. I have this pouch on the back, and I cannot remember where I got it from. It's been a while since I bought it. But it works really good for counterweight. And what I've done, I've actually used counterweights, and I've actually put tools in here. So I have different tools I may need. I have Allen keys, I have Torx, extra batteries. I actually have another white light in the back. So the one thing you want to do when you buy a helmet is you need to buy a counterweight system. And what do I mean by that? So when you run your PVS 14 or whatever you're going to run for optics, your helmet's going to be off-centered as far as weight. So what you want to do is find a medium ground for the weight in the back and the weight in the front. That way your helmet's not either pushing forward on you or falling back. The best way to do it really is to get your helmet set up, hold it up, put your fist in the middle of where your head would be, and see how balanced the helmet is. If it stays center, you're pretty much on spec. For me, I like to run two PVS 14s. As you can see right here, this is two PVS 14s on a panel bridge. I run high spec white phosphor optics. They're both well over 2700 FOM. I also run a recording system, which is really neat. I love that thing. I've taken it kayaking, I've taken it hiking. It's just kind of nice to be able to record your experiences to share with others. So I do have a video on that. If you're interested on the recording system, please check it out. Again, so PVS 14s on a panel bridge, and then a lot of people ask me, well, why don't you just run a designated dual setup? The reason I like running the PVS 14 is because of the pano option. And if you're unsure what that is, you can go online. I do have videos on that as well, but I really like that option. The problem is, if you buy a standard dual setup right now, they don't offer a panel vision setup. However, there is a new company that came out last year with an option. I've been looking at that, but I'm not sure if I want to spend, I think it's $2,000 just for the housing. So I just don't think it's really worth it to me at this point. I really like running the PVS 14s on the dual setup and the pano. And also what it does, if you have individual PVS 14s, is you can actually break those and separate them, and now you can run 5 separate units. So right now I currently own 5 PVS 14s. I have 2 on a panel bridge, and then I have a standalone unit, which is actually the new Tanto. It's the ultralight housing, and then I run a Noise Fighter J-arm on that. Really nice setup. It's very light. Again, That's why I like running the PVS 14s. Is now I can actually run 5 people at a time. So if I have friends come over that want to experience night vision, I can give them that opportunity. So it's a really nice feature. Just kind of give you my experiences anyways. Again, from all the things I've done, the best advice I can give anyone going into night vision is do not go cheap on your helmet. Do not go cheap on your actual mounting system. And a very important thing as well is make sure you're running some kind of lanyard system for your NVG unit on your helmet. Because if for some reason this pops off and you don't have anything holding your NVGs to your helmet, they're gonna hit the ground. And yes, they are robust, but I would not take the chances of having them smash on pavement. So make sure you have a lanyard set up. Again, don't be hard-headed. Take the time, save the money, buy a decent helmet. I'm not saying that Team Wendy is the best helmet out there for a budget. I'm just giving you my experience. I haven't really tried any other helmets other than a couple off of eBay, and they were complete junk. I'm sorry, they are. They're just not worth it. You're just wasting your money. So save your money, buy a decent helmet. I cannot tell you, and I cannot stress that enough to you guys. You will be very uncomfortable with that night vision setup if your helmet is not comfortable. It actually can be pretty miserable. So again, you're gonna be panning around here. All right, here are my helmets. I have 2 Team Wendy's. I have actually another one ordered, should be here any day. I do have a ballistic helmet with hearing protection. I don't use it very often. 99% of the time, if I'm shooting out my personal gun range, I'm running suppressed, so I really don't need the hearing protection. But again, here are my PVS 14s. Like I said, I run 2 dual setups on panel bridges, and then I have that newer Tanto ultralight housing. It weighs about 2 ounces lighter than a standard PVS 14. Okay, here is the El Cheapo helmet from Fleabay. Very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable. I keep it for a spare set just in case somebody wants to go out for a little bit. I'll let them be uncomfortable. I'm sure not going to be the one wearing that piece of junk. All right, let's look at the Team Wendy. Grab this one back here. Now look at that padding system. Like I said, this thing is very, very comfortable. This comes with a BOA system. This is your latch right here, and what you do is you actually tighten it. It actually tightens the helmet to your head. So you get a very good, snug, and secure fit. And like I said, make sure you're running a lanyard. As you can see, this lanyard here clicks in right there. And these lanyards I've actually just made out of paracord myself, so it turned out pretty good. Again, this is my helmet setup. I'm going to keep preaching it to everyone. Do not go cheap on your helmet. Buy a decent helmet setup. You will thank me later. If you have any questions or comments, please hit me up. Maybe there is some other alternative helmets out there that are in a budget price range. I know I've seen some hardhead veteran helmets. I don't have any experience with those helmets, and I don't know anyone that actually owns one to give you a honest advice on that one. So if someone's watching this and they want to chime in, please do so. Again, a lot of people hate Team Wendy right now because of their political standpoint. I am not in agreement with their standpoint. However, they do make a good helmet, and the price range is decent. So that's kind of why I went with that helmet setup. All right, thanks for watching.